CBS canceling Stephen Colbert's show, and now they're after Jon Stewart. If people can't see that this is tyranny, authoritarian, then the U.S. is truly done.
Y'all, make this make sense to me. Stephen Colbert, he has the #1 late night show of all the major networks in America. And why today CBS just announced that they're canceling it because of financial reasons. Orange, he always in his feelings trying to pay people back for not bowing down to like these rest of these flunkies. And like I say, Stephen Colbert is one of the real ones. He stand on his truth like Tauruses do. Make it make sense to me, because it's not making any sense.
What's going on with Stephen Colbert, right? One of the most brilliant minds we've ever had in comedy, Stephen Colbert.
Stop.
And a very loving and compassionate man. And CBS decided to give in to the blackmail that Donald Trump forced them to. ABC did it too. So both of those are dead in the water as far as decency and dignity and respect. Because how can you respect a corporation that does that? That's supposed to be the fourth estate for democracy. One of the pillars of our democracy is having a free and fair media that speaks truth to power. And so when he did a couple days ago about their settlement of $12 million to Donald Trump, to him personally, to Donald Trump, because of 60 Minutes. How long does 60 Minutes have now? How long does Jon Stewart have? How long do all of the voices against this horrific administration have?
They'll get canceled right after their audience realizes that they've been watching the same exact episode since 2016. When your late night show loses $40 million a year, it's time to either get a new hobby or blame politics. So was Stephen Colbert's cancellation just bad business, or was it the ultimate political mic drop from President Trump? So let's dive into the story of a show that became a joke itself, where the revenue and the ratings are the real punchlines.
Late night talk shows used to be an oasis for American families to come together at the end of a day and enjoy a laugh with the rest of the country. David Letterman led The Late Show for over 20 years and revolutionized the industry.
We will be dropping strange and peculiar objects out of the 7th floor of the Ed Sullivan Theater building. Hal, do me a turn on the camera out there. There we go. The biscuit's in place. There it is. On the snout. Here we go.
Oh. Wait. Toss it.
After decades of service in the late night war, Letterman retired, and Stephen Colbert was appointed as his heir. Despite Colbert making a name for himself as a partisan cable news comedian, the country was told he'd be a host for all Americans.
Obviously, the character he does on Comedy Central is going to be ending, but then he's going to bring Stephen Colbert to the table. And we have no question that this guy is so talented that, you know, the persona of Stephen Colbert is going to work so well in late night. It's going to be original, it's going to be smart, and it's going to be different than what anybody else has.
Well, that didn't age well.
George Clooney and Jeb Bush were the guests of his first show. But things got a lot worse after Trump beat Hillary. Colbert caught a wicked case of TDS, and he never recovered. He went off the deep end during COVID.
The vaccine.
Oh, man, the ratings tanked. Letterman averaged nearly 3 million in his final year, and today, Colbert is only averaging a little over 2 a night. This show is seen by close to 4 million a night. Now, the left's favorite late-night mainstream mouthpiece has been let go after a decade of liberal lip service.
I want to let you know something that I found out just last night. Next year will be our last season. The network will be ending The Late Show in May. And Yeah, I share your feelings. It's not just the end of our show, but it's the end of the Late Show on CBS. I'm not being replaced. This is all just going away.
The late shows were supposed to appeal to everyone. So am I surprised that this show failed? No, not at all. They took a blueprint for a show that was supposed to appeal to everyone, and they decided to cut their audience in half. So of course it's not profitable. It wouldn't surprise me if this show has not been profitable for quite some time and they were just continuing to fund it for political reasons. It also wouldn't surprise me if I found out somehow they were getting some of that USAID money as well. I just hope that Jimmy Kimmel is the next one on the chopping block.
But when Adam Schiff is a regular, you shouldn't be shocked when the bosses pull the plug.
So I just want to direct this, if this is the right camera, or maybe that's the right camera.
That's the right camera right there.
Donald, piss off.
After the show was done, Schiff came out swinging with a new hoax. Quote, just finished taping with Stephen Colbert, who announced his show was canceled. If Paramount and CBS ended the Late Show for political reasons, the public deserves to know, and deserves better. Pocahontas is picking up on pencil neck smoke signals and is already offering to chair the first Senate powwow. Quote, CBS canceled Colbert's show just 3 days after Colbert called out CBS parent company Paramount for its $16 million settlement with Trump. A deal like that looks like bribery. America deserves to know if his show was canceled for political reasons. While D.C. Democrats try to impeach Trump a third time because their favorite comedian got canned, Colbert's friends in the media are dusting off the dictator hoax.
This is textbook authoritarian rule. This is not just a media story. It's a free speech funeral in slow motion.
It's not even like they're trying to hide the main purpose of it. This just makes it look completely connected with the 60 Minutes settlement.
I think people are right to think that there may be something going on here beyond purely financial calculations and that politics are part of it.
Paramount says this has nothing to do with politics, and it's purely a financial decision. And for the first time ever, I believe CBS. Colbert's show has been bleeding the company dry. It loses $40 million a year. It somehow costs over $100 million to produce a single season. And Colbert's salary, $20 million a year. Even if he took a pay cut, it still wouldn't help.
Think back to 2023 when The Late Late Show with James Corden went off the air. I reported at the time that that show had become unprofitable, that CBS was not able to sell enough ads to make that show profitable. Well, that is now the case for Colbert as well. I'm told by a source close to the network that The Late Show with Stephen Colbert is now technically unprofitable. So that does give the company a financial reason to end the show.
And if your show's a subsidized liberal charity case on life support, is it smart to call half the country while they're in their pajamas?
One massive part of the conversation that's been completely omitted from this, and that is when you do a show that attacks half of America every night and you don't have conservatives on, and by the way, you're not funny, but attacking half of America and your ratings suck, you might lose your show.
But there's a lot of reasons why the Colbert ratings are not working out that have nothing to do with the political divide you're talking about.
But it's constant. He's having on Democrats to trash Trump. He has constantly been trashing conservatives. He referred to Donald Trump as a lover in 2017.
Liberal late-night TV is unfunny and unprofitable. And celebrities can promote their movies and shows on other platforms. And a lot of highly paid people are finding out with pink slips. PBS, NPR, they became government-funded propaganda pieces, and now their government funding's going adios. Liberals say without our propaganda, though, we're all going to die.
This is the end of a publicly funded media era. Radio and TV stations will have to lay off staffers and cut back on programming.
This is completely outrageous. They rely on a series of public broadcasting to get alerts out.
People need immediate, up-to-date alerts to stay safe. And sometimes, all too often, public broadcasting is the only way for people to hear what's going on. It's a matter of life and death.
We are in a new era. It's called the Golden Age. And the legacy media is going the way of the dinosaurs. And Trump's happy to nudge him into extinction. Do you even need late night comedy with this kind of material in the White House?
We worked hard. It's a very important act, the Genius Act. They named it after me, and I want to thank them. This is not an auto pen, by the way.
Oh!
Click here.
I used to watch The Daily Show back when it was funny. And even though I was a Democrat at that point, I still wasn't overly political. And I remember when The Daily Show stopped being funny, and it was actually the moment that Obama stepped into office. And that was because I thought that The Daily Show was just a show that ragged on politicians, period. At that point, I wasn't really hard left or hard right or anything like that. So I thought since they had made a whole bunch of jokes about Bush, they would make a whole bunch of jokes about Obama as well. So let me sit back, relax, turn on my favorite show, let the jokes roll. I just want to see them lampoon politicians. I didn't care what side of the aisle anybody was on back then. And much to my dismay, they refused to make any good jokes about Obama, so I stopped watching it. It wasn't funny anymore. I buy me a coffee link to buy Leroy a dog treat. Leroy, stop that. You're so cute. Oh, I love you. I love you. You guys steal the show. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Red Dawn Daily with your host, me, Dawn Marie, and sometimes Leroy. Leroy, you're not bored, are you? Leroy, did you know that 9 out of 10 people only watch to see you? Yeah. I'm just kind of here holding space for you. It's true. It's true. Leroy, you're so much fun. You're way more fun than any puppet. Right, Leroy?